But you must ask yourself, how many of these programs were ever funded or fulfilled? How many of these programs were funded or fulfilled? See it here, you know. Elon
Privileged billionaires who don't give a damn about America and Americans should not be making decisions that put Americans at harm.
We don't have a fourth branch of government called Elon Musk.
Elon Musk may get to be dictator of Tesla, but he doesn't, and he may try to play dictator here in Washington, D.C., but he doesn't get to shut down the Agency for International Development.
This is all a smokescreen, a shell game, in order to turn this government over to a handful of unelected billionaires and corporate interests, and we are not going to let them do that.
Can you play back that for me, please? Play back that for me.
Privileged billionaires who don't give a damn about America and Americans should not be making decisions that put Americans at harm.
We don't have a fourth branch of government called Elon Musk.
Elon Musk may get to be dictator of Tesla, but he doesn't, and he may try to play dictator here in Washington, D.C., but he doesn't get to shut down the Agency for International Development.
This is all a smokescreen, a shell game, in order to turn this government over to a handful of unelected billionaires and corporate interests, and we are not going to let them do that.
We are not going to let them do that. Here is somebody saying, listen to this person. Andre, you're going to disagree. We're going to disagree on this one. People are in dire need. As powerful as we are, the United States have a growing debt as well. Therefore, something has to be given to reset and stop the bleeding. There's been too much waste. We couldn't and wouldn't run our household nor our purse like we expect the United States to do for the world. Think about it. Hear it. Similarly, you're very passionate about obeying laws and following the money in your Jamaica. Yet the United States shouldn't do the same. Andre, it was getting out of hand. Free cannot continue to be free to everyone else except for those contributing to national funding. Be fair and balanced. Other countries need to learn to be more self-sufficient. Follow the stats and the facts. Elon Musk is the head of Department for Government Efficiency in the Trump's cabinet. So he's combining it through wasteful spending. That's his department. Why? All me gonna say the person who saying that's not look like them about art. So me gonna ask, if it is that on a claim say the US have to basically perform fiscal prudence, so why them still do aid to Israel? If you, dearest beloved, me always come back, you know, for Likone, you know. You're saying that is fiscal prudence and them have to basically clean and balance the books as the auditor you are. So why is it then that them still support Israel campaign? Honestly, where I'm coming from and the Egyptian campaign, I just want to know. I want to know that argument tonight. But when I think about it and the amount of people who are being affected, the Jamaica, I want you to go and do your homework. Do your homework. tonight and think about it of how many people's lives are going to be affected. How many people will not be with it, won't have a job? Already Jamaica. When I think about those 4 programs in the Ministry of Health, then here is the Minister of Health saying that everything. I'm going to listen to Tufton tonight. We want to listen to Tufton tonight. Listen to him, Jamaica. Listen to Tufton tonight.
We are not going to stop our programs. What we will have to do is, because all of them are important programs, they speak to the health and wellness of our population. So whether it is HIV or even the assessments that needs to be done to keep us on track, we will have to find a way. So if it has budgetary implications, and those budgetary implications, the source of those budgets have to be moved from one source to the next, then it's something that we'll have to do. So we are now in a budgetary cycle, and some of those conversations will also include that. The reason why I'm speaking in such kind of generalized term is because it's still an unfolding event. The team have been asked to do an assessment, and we're not just doing it as health, we're doing it across the government. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Minister John Smith, a big part of coordinating some of that. So I think we will have a much clearer picture, either in terms of the re-engagement of dialogue or in terms of the alternatives. And that will unfold in the weeks, I would think, and certainly the months to come.
The person said, Andre, I have more than a heart. This is about fiscal responsibility. And I said someone has to give. We cannot help everyone, Andre. It's economics and limited resources. Means there will be a shortfall somewhere. But when you think about all of those unaccounted funds over the years, you know, some of those unaccounted funds should be able to help us, you know, or should have been able. Remember, in the Ministry of Health, you know, is so much billions them did say unaccounted for. No, not 30. $700 billion.
700.
Unaccounted for. So when you see and hear about these things, ask yourself, the government should have been practicing equally fiscal prudence in Jamaica and be preparing for stormy days. The government should have been preparing for stormy days. But no. Everybody did not go into the scoffers. And in truth, Jamaica, I'm going to say something that is truth. Many of these people who get, hey, I wonder if I go there, go there, Courtney. I wonder if I must go there.
You not apologize.
Me not go need to apologize because I go rub some can tonight, you know.
Come on.
You know why me go there, say teacher go there. You know why me go there, Jamaica tell teacher go there.
Wait, not apologize.
Jamaica. Many of these programs that are funded through international grants and aids. You see, if audit ever run, hey! If audit should ever run, only now ball out with me. Audit should ever run. Pan some of them program there.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus.
Jamaica, who by Hardy, who by also the international funding program, is not like me they talking about Jamaica coming one of them business, you know. Who by Jamaica, who by Benz, who will take trip Jamaica.
What can go so?
Ooh.
So when they think about it,
But then they left everything.
when you think about it, Jamaica, yay, judgment.
Nothing but the money if it get run.
So nobody, nobody would want to say, but Jamaica, if audits were to be run, see them seminar balancing them, I have to talk for two sides, don't so? Because people, bread and butter, go get affected. But you have people who also equally abuse grant funding. And nobody wants to talk the truth that many of those initiatives are abused. But in truth, Jamaica, you have many of those programs, if audits were to be run on them, you, if you hear some of the story who buy idea, who give them man and woman project, who give who contract for do this and all, know the contract no do, who keep.
All right. Partner draw. Partner draw.
Yacht.
So when I am talking, run the audits here. And this is what I'm saying, Jamaica people are going to be affected. You know, I'm sorry about those people who are working at the office, you know, the little people who are the cleaners, the receptionists, and of them are do the thieving, you know. And them when they up at the top, the managing directors and the program developers and the program specialists, the advisors and the technical this and the technical that and the technical. It's just the truth. It is just the truth. And many of them, is who this are call me. Yes, hello.
Andre,
Yes.
I know you're talking because, you know, when you started the point, I almost disagree with you. Elon must realize that these leaders in the countries are taking the grants for their own benefits. And we have been talking about this on your program for a minute.
Yeah, but here is the argument. I don't believe Elon. If Elon is going to be, if Elon is going to be in charge of the program, he should be making recommendation. He should not go in an organization and shut it down. And that's what I not agree with.
I agree, but I've been telling you that even in the Ministry of Education, when they get the grants, they're right there, so the biggest scam going. So all those monies that they have been getting to supply the country, and that's where they have been stealing the monies from. So the people, they have been listening, you know, the algorithms going to them, you know, Andre. Even when you talk, it goes to them, you know.
And as I am still saying, my brother and friend, Elon should not have the power to shut down organizations.
I agree, but I consider it to be a reset to monitor the
even if it is going to be a reset, his role should technically and solely be advisor. He should only sit as an advisor. He should not have the power to go in a lockdown.
So my question is no. My question is to the Jamaican people and the government now.
Would you want leeching to go around in this country locking down government entities?
Them not lock it down. Them are thief the people and money.
What my point is, would you want a Michael Leachin to be going around in Jamaica and saying that him get the permission from Master 28 to lock down and shut you out of this country? No, he can say based on findings and recommendations, this and this and this and you remember what them call the public sector transformational unit?
Yes, and
So-
that's I agree
So
with that
if you,
point.
so therefore Elon Musk should be advising the president.
Mhm.
He should be giving technical expertise and advice, but he should not have that power that he imagine, if Elon Musk can do that, what else can Elon Musk be able to do?
I agree, Andre, but what I am saying...
No. I am going to shut down that argument.
Andre, what I am saying is all those monies that been sending to Jamaica for aid, right? The question is, what the government are going to use now, right? They should be able to take care of the country. Trillions of dollars missing from Jamaica, Andre.
No, it is not missing. They say it is unaudited.
Andre is missing and unaudited nothing. That
No, Carla. They said that the money is unaudited. According to what the minister said, I don't want a lawsuit over here. Yeah, I don't want to apologize.
Men then come at me because I know them do them system. I know how them do them system. They have been robbing the country so much. So me I go see what will happen to them now with all of those aids we cut and no hungry kill Jamaica.
Well, them have you know where them going to run to now. You don't know where them going to run to now.
IMF.
Not the IMF. I see them have meeting with IMF today, but them going to run to the snake. The snake.
Listen.
Yeah, man.
Listen.
What else is the solution? The only option right now is to take Chinese aid.
And it is sad. Because the reason why they might take the Chinese aid, because they don't want to stop thief. If they stop thief, the country can run, Stop thief and the country can run. You don't need aid. You do not need aid. The country can run properly. Stop writing checks. And when you not sell on a friend, when a friend come to sell the hospital them some goods, when you send on a brother and sister them, I make them write up big check. It would make it board member them sign off and write up big check for their friend them and sit down. The whole of the money just go towards them. Whole of the money goes money now spread wide amongst the people of Jamaica. Stop frigging thief the money of Jamaica and the country can run.
Well, if you're going to put that argument, you have to put that argument across the globe, because you see nepotism, cronyism is equally not just in Jamaica. They're all about, but it's really systematic endemic in Jamaica. All right?
That's where I'm talking about Jamaica.
Thank you. I have to take another call now. God, I would call me on private now. Hello, caller. Good night.
Good night, Andre. Let me tell you first my thought. One, America is broke.
No, Lord.
I'm going to be short. Firstly, America is broke. Secondly, they have to close down these departments because what happened? They're trying to see how much money they can save in America right now. You remember they printed a lot of money and sent to Ukraine. They printed 170 billion. They said Zelensky said he only got 71 or something like that. I read yesterday. So therefore, they are broke. Thirdly, countries like ours have to go through a little separation. That whatever they push out at us now, after this, then we turn and say, okay, we'll accept it because we want the aid. Have a good time.
Lady, what you say? So but lady, do you know much programs and people in this country going to be affected?
When you suffer now, right? If they come and say they want X and so from us, then because we feel that we are suffering, we will just sign and accept it. Think about it, actually.
All right, caller. I hear you loud and everybody want to add a perspective tonight. Hello, good night.
Good night.
Yes, good night, caller.
I agree with Elon Musk 100%.
And what is?
When those monies are sent from the US, governments and technical bureaucrats steal those monies. And you put out a scenario that says, suppose Mr. NCB were instructed or asked the head of state to shut down certain institutions, what would be the consequences? But the situation that occurred with that man from the bank is more dangerous than if he were to ask the Prime Minister to shut down certain institutions because he facilitated hundreds of millions of dollars in transaction. And where those monies come from, we don't know. We only can suspect that those monies are government money. People of Jamaica.
Okay.
So it's time now for those who stole billions of dollars to fill the budget. They can step in now and fill the budget for USAID.
Who you say must fill the budget? The Prime Minister?
Yes, the man who has a whole lot of bank accounts with billions of dollars in it, because the tree alone run through so many hundreds of millions 4 years ago.
Hey!
Can you imagine the amount of billions in it now in 2025?
Oh, Lord!
Yes. And the real estate empire can be liquidated in cash to put towards those programs.
Oh, the real estate was established? Hey!
Yeah, the empire.
Oh,
President Trump is giving us some clue, saying, people of Jamaica, I am providing the platform. Take action now and put in these guys in custody.
Hey!
Take back your money from them.
Oh, what you say, Carla?
Yes. That is the intention of the U.S. government. They want to cut corruption in these third world countries. Jamaica is not even a third world country anymore. It's a pariah state.
A pariah state, that not so state.
Because it's inundated with corrupt activities. And we can see our politicians have gotten so rich that they have enough money to provide 3-4 generations to come.
Oh, Lord. So them set up them children and great-grand.
Yes. It's time for the Financial Investigation Division, MOCA, the National Intelligence Bureau, to assist the Integrity Commission to take these guys into custody. And seize their assets and put back the monies in the hands of Jamaicans.
So you say they must freeze the Prime Minister assets and take it around give poor people?
Among others.
Hey!
President Trump has set the platform. It's we as Jamaicans now should act on it.
I hear you loud and clear, Carla. Thank you for your perspective. Hey! No, that is a serious... No, Miriam.
Ball out! Whoa! We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the...
Good night, Mother Miriam.
Andrea, good night, Papa. Listen, this is my take on this. This whole thing with Elon Musk. It is wrong because none of us will vote for Elon Musk to be in the position that he's in. However, it is happening underneath our nose. But Andrea, you know why I think this is the reason why they do this? The problem is China is in too much control of the Caribbean. So when they pause this funding, it's a way to try to gain back control. But they're kind of coming a little bit too late because watch this that they're doing now, he only giving Chinese government leverage to step in, because after this, nobody's going to trust them anymore now, because the Chinese already dominated the whole Caribbean and all of these countries that they was already giving aid, the Chinese already dominated them. So American coming in now to use that strategy by using Elon Musk. Elon Musk might think he's the smartest human being, but Andre, China does not publicize their wealth. In China, if you have certain amount of car and house and you flash it on social media, they take it from you. So we are always thinking that Elon Musk is the richest man, because America is not the richest country on earth. So when you look at the strategy that they are using now, they are only setting up themselves to be fake. Let me tell you this, Andre. America will never ever come back from this, because no one is going to trust America again. Because like you said, Donald Trump said the other day, and Elon Musk, they have a problem with this BRICS money that's coming in. It's a way to control the people. And at this point, they are coming a little bit too late. And like I said, when Elon done with America, their reputation and everything.
But look like him setting up himself to run for the next president.
But he can't run for the next president, Andre, because in order for you to be a United States president, you have to born here, and Elon must come here as an immigrant.
Oh
Elon must
Lord!
come to America.
So President Trump nah send him away. Or him not illegal. Him a billionaire.
You understand what I'm saying? And Andre, let me tell you this. You see, all of who making them nice saying immigrant must go home, a lot of these immigrants, Andre, contributed billion to the undocumented.
Yes.
People contributed billions to America. I forgot the exact number. It's like, we'd have a TRA number. It's a tax ID number that they obtain. When you obtain a tax ID number, you can buy a car, you can buy a house, you can open business. When you get a social security number, your tax ID number transfer over into a social security number. Andre, if you give an American right now a picker, just put them out in the field to bend down to pick some crap. They're tired, they back hurt, they can't do this, my hands is going to get dirty. Andre, let me tell you something. Famine is about to come. I was reading Revelation, I think